Okay. Let me see here. So we need to go back here. Still nothing to get those other ghosts appearing. Wanted to see if, since we opened the custodian door in the other plane, we'd be able to get to it from here, but I guess not. Go to where the floor collapsed, but then got better. One step rooster, 10 paces rat. So 1 step west and 10 steps north. Place where the floor collapsed, but then got better. There's I mean, that can describe a few places. One such place is here. I mean, 1 step west, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, there we go. One of the floorboards here is slightly raised. Peering through the crack, you can just barely make out something shiny in the dark recesses. Another tongue. Beneath the floorboards, you manage to fish out a crank-like key that resembles the winder from an old-fashioned pocket watch. The heck is this? Doesn't look like it would fit any door I know. Winder. A tiny key shaped like the winder for a clock or a music box. What about a mechanical contraption of some kind? Which we've seen a couple of them here. The winder you found looks like it'll fit perfectly in the keyhole at the base of the lever. There we go. It did indeed slip into the device without any trouble, but nothing happened. Oh, come on. The lever's still stuck, but it seems to have a bit more give than it did before. There's space for it to go down one more notch. Should we? Oh, there we go. Ah. A new path is opened. Oh.
なんだここは。シャワーがあるぞ。
Yeah. Huh? Oh no, is she gonna lose it again?
篠崎
Oh.
大丈夫かよおい。また鼻血か。
Another nosebleed.
鼻だからいいが脳の血管でも切れたら大変だぞ。
Huh.
篠崎ほらこれ鼻に詰めてろ。
ありがとう。
The tried and true method.
持ってるけど、もらっとく。
ああレイの影響以前に 体力的にもう限界か。そろそろ休ませてやらないとな。
Huh? Who is that? Your own reflection stares back at you. Strangely, you have more wrinkles than you remember. The locker's empty. The bucket's crammed full of discarded underwear, all twisted up like wrung-out dish rags. Poolside. No running by the pool.
雨で向こうがよく見えねえな。
Cold? Alright, here goes.
篠崎ダメだやっぱり。頭文化人形風邪ひいちまうからお前は建物の中入ってろ。俺が調べ終わるまで更衣室で待ってろよ。
あなた一人で霊相手に何ができるのよ。
いいから何かあったら呼ぶからな。その時は助けに来てくれよ。
わかった。無茶しないでね。
なんだこれ以上負担をかけさせるわけにはいかないからな。なんだ、この汚い水は。死んでも入んねえぞ。俺泳げねえし。
Yeah, the one... Yeah, that one entry said that someone who drank the water in this place, like it burned their throat and they died or something like that. Caution. Confirm all swimmers have vacated the pool before draining. Let's... Oh. Okay, you're trying to... Try and get me with that, are you? Yeah, they put... Oh, okay, yeah, it's... Okay. Sign on the door that says pump room. Door's locked. Shit. Oh, well. There's a key lodged in the crack between two tiles. Or pump room key. Okay, that's convenient. What? What was that? Huh? Was that?
あいつ冗談じゃねえぞ
Was that Ayumi? Huh. Okay, I know it says make sure the pool is vacated before draining it, but what's the worst that could happen? A crude label written on a piece of tape attached to the device reads water pump. Right below it, there's a slot for some sort of lever or handle. Oh, I gotta find the lever first? It's not just laying around somewhere, is it? Is it in here?
篠崎いないさっきのはやっぱり何やってんだよったく
Now you're gonna make me go back out here, and then the pump handle's there.
のせいだ
Okay, that's one more bad ending. Okay. Skip all that. Valve wheels labeled drainage. Oh, there we go. I was examining the wrong valve. What was that? Did something get stuck in the drain? No prizes for guessing what. Oh, Jesus.
篠崎じゃないか。なんでこんなことに。うわー、篠崎。うわー、うわー。
Okay, just 2 more endings to get for Chapter 4. Okay. I think I can see where she went down. Seems like something fell in. Oh, you are gonna make me go back and check first. Pretty sure this is where the waves are coming from. Yeah, it should have been right there. No? Ah. CPR.
おい、頼むから息してくれよ。
Huh.
心配させんなよ。落ち着いたか？ザク、なんでプールに飛び込んだりしたんだよ。
菱沼くんが呼んだじゃない。
俺が
呼ばれてプールサイドに出た後は覚えてないけど、気がついたら目の前が真緑で、口の中にいっぱい水が。
くそ、これも例の仕業か。騙しやがるとは。やっぱなんかあるな、あのプール。
歯に何かいっぱい挟まってる。やだ、もうだわ。
Hopefully algae is all it is.
シャワーの水出ないのか。
Guess not.
ダメだ。
口の中苦い、臭い、もう嫌。
Oh, jeez. Pull yourself together, Amy.
ふざけやがって。篠崎、とりあえず雨で体洗ってみるか。雨程度じ
Yeah,
ゃ
that would work.
口洗えるかどうかわかんないけど。よし、行こうぜ。後でどっかで服乾かさないとな。どうだ。
案外口進んで
そうか、よかった。篠崎、さっき向こうに気になる部屋見つけたんだ。
私も行く。
その方がいいか。そうしよう。
Okay. We actually didn't need to go in here for anything. Oh, the key was brittle and something, but you know how keys are in these kind of games. They always seem to be only good for one use. Okay, now we can safely drain the pool. Crude label written on a piece of tape. Reads water pump. Right below there's a slot for some kind of lever or handle. Body of a female student, rotting and decayed. Tsuki Kamijo. I removed the wheel from the water pump and threw it in the pool. Hopefully that'll keep anyone from finding the little treasure I left in the spigot. That bitch killed my friends. She can spend eternity without a tongue for all I care. Wait. That bitch, rather than that guy? Based on size, this appears to be the body of a high schooler. Long-term exposure to the dirty, contaminated waters left it quite a mess. Hirune Tanaka. Tsukasa Tsuruda. Corpse of a very tiny individual. Being pickled in this filthy brine for so long seems to have bloated its skin into a patchwork of pustules. Is that a... Is that a Steam game? That Kenzuki Saito. That Zero Blade Edge was playing there. Mega Mean 2. I'll have to remember to look into that. The dim lights around you are reflecting off of something deep inside the drainage gate. What is this thing? Some kind of handle? Ah. Rusted valve wheel. Does that work on here, then? A crude label written on a piece of tape attached to the device reads water pump. Okay, yeah, we did that. That's as far as it's going to go, I think. It's too rusted to turn anymore. Though the wheel's clearly meant to be turned much further, there's so much rust on it that it won't budge. That little bit will have to be enough. Okay, so what did that accomplish? Ah. A small hemp bag stained with copious amounts of blood. Seems to have fallen from the spigot. Elementary school's ID name tags attached to it. Okay. Another tongue. This one's sick. Tokiko Tsuji. The bag appears to contain a severed human tongue.
女の子の
Let's go save once more. Now I have to find one of the other ghosts. Okay. Wait a second. Okay. No giving into the wrong one gets us another bad ending. Oh. I. Tokiko Tsuji. Offer the spirit Tokiko's tongue. Yeah. Did we pick the wrong girl? The deep black socket where the girl's spirit's left eye once sat transfixes Ayumi's gaze. It begins slowly expanding in size. girl's socket continues to grow, slowly and methodically enveloping Ayumi until only blackness remains. The world vanishes into nothingness as the empty cavity becomes an all-encompassing void, blotting out the whole of existence. Well, ain't that a coincidence that I'm recording this, like, right after the whole Fortnite hullabaloo. Suddenly, in the distance, a tiny white face breaks through the darkness, shining with its own unnatural light. The face seems distorted, as if being viewed through water. Its expression shifts and wobbles for a bit until finally, with some effort, the image clears. You've seen this face before. Similar Death said you didn't recognize her. But it still doesn't say whose. Okay, we just have the main ending to get now. Okay, it's the headless ghost we want to give it to.
うわこいつ顎から上が
The little girl's spirit is staggering toward Ayumi, blood gushing up from her gaping cross-section of head as she walks. Ghosts can bleed? Please be the right one, Tokiko Tsuji. This is yours, isn't it? I'm giving it back. Offered at Tokiko's tongue. Oh. Her again. Hmm.
また喋り出したぞ今度はどこだってんだよ
Where your friend was splattered. Oh, lovely. Really? Oh, God. Okay, we don't need you to go into any more detail. Oh, God.
けんなよクソ人形。そんなとこにあるもの取ってこれるかよ。
誰かいるのか。
Hmm? Oh, that's...
無事だったか。
やあ、岸沼。それに委員長。そちらも無事で何より。どうしたの？
ちょっとな。お前どこにいたんだ？
別館の方にいたんだけど、さっき急に気を失ったみたいで。気がついたらなんか校舎の雰囲気が変わってて。あと持田と持田の妹にも会ったよ。
本当か？あいつらも無事なのか？
うん。なんか妹が
For now.
出てたみたいだけど。
森重くん、それ手に持ってるもの。
Morishige appears to be grasping a blood-soaked pouch in his hands. Oh, did he already get it?
ああ、これこの先の通路の床下で見つけたんだけど。何かのまじない？これいるの？じゃあ渡しとくよ。俺は今人探しでそれどころじゃないんだ。
Another tongue bag. As with the others, there's a student ID name tag attached to the front. Heavenly Host Elementary School, Class 5-2, Yuki Kano.
じゃあね。なんだよ委員長、その目は。そうだ、持田が1の A で待ち合わせしようって言ってたよ。
鈴本のいるあの場所じゃなくて、
Hopefully not.
近くの床にでも転がってたんだろうこれ。じゃなきゃよなあ。
怖い。あの人手血まみれだった。
Oh. Well, I couldn't tell from his sprite, but I'll take your word for it. Okay, but we can return this. We can return this tongue. The girl lowers her head and begins rocking slowly back and forth.
カンノ、ユキちゃん、返してあげる。これあなたのものでしょ。
Hey, Scarlet. For Yuki's tongue. Ah.
お姉さんありがとう。
すげえ。やったな篠崎。これで3人か。あと1人。
All right.
赤い服の。
What?
幽霊
Oh
と喋
boy.
ってるとどんどん自分が死に近づいていく感覚がする。わかる？だんだん自分の死に顔が頭の中にはっきりと浮かんでくるの。すごく嫌なイメージ。帰りたい。帰りたいよ。お母さん、お姉さん。星田くん。
篠崎、わかった。次俺がやるからよ。だからしっかり。あ
Hmm? Not again.
自信か。でかいぞ。
Oh. Oh yeah, that shadow that was in there. What is that? Where have we been here before? Is this back in the...
ここ俺らの教室。
Yeah, it does look like it. It's probably not, but...
マジかよ。篠崎、しっかりしろよ。おい。息はしてるな。篠崎、おい、起きろよ。
岸沼くん。
見てみろよ、周り。俺も信じらんねえんだけど。
How is Lily doing?
マジだよ。ほら、俺の机だ。
本当だ。見て見て。私の机。
ってことは。
ええ、私たち帰ってこれたのよ。やったー。
しゃあ、ざまみろちくしょう。
I don't know. This is chapter 4 of 5 still, and 5 looks to be pretty big, so I wouldn't celebrate too much just yet. Yeah, well, it was also made in an RPG Maker program, so that's Not surprising it would look like that.
帰ってこられないかと思ってた。
サトシやユイ先生たちは帰ってきてねえのか。
Oh, cool. Teeth are coming in, huh? Nice. Venturing out in search of others, you find that even the janitor's likely gone home. The lights are out and the halls are pitch black. Only the red glow of the light next to the fire extinguisher offers any respite from the quaint, quiet darkness of the school hallway. Standing around the darkened corridors of our school building at 8 o'clock in the evening just feels so surreal. So still not much time passed while you were in that other world. As the thunder and rain grow in intensity, the windows begin to condensate with moisture, turning white in contrast to the corridor's sea of black.
これ現実か。さっきまでのは夢だったんじゃないか。どこで何やってんだろう俺。
Oh no. Yeah,
どうした篠崎。
I had a feeling it was too good to be true. Holy shit, what is that?
こりゃ
I know, it has been. Probably been hard to get free time because of the baby. Oh,
お前は
they're back! Oh, she has a portrait now.
私が誘拐されたあの日、朝、私はお母さんと喧嘩をしてしまいました。何を言ってるの？
わかんねえよ。
お母さんと顔を合わせるのが嫌で。学校の後、私は家へ帰らずにぼーっと渡り廊下にしゃがんで雨を眺めていました。そうしたら私の隣に吉和先生が座ってうんと私の話を聞いてくれたのです。先生、言葉を話せない病気だったけれど、心は優しい人だったから、私は好きでした。けれど、お兄さん、ごめんなさい。あなたは5年生の菅野ゆきちゃんね。寂 ありがとうございます。殺された私たちを成仏させようとしてくれて。
結局成仏はできたのか？
いいえ、できてません。あなたたちから言葉を奪った、脱ぎ取られた舌は返したし、あなたたちにひどいことをした犯人には懺悔させたけど、やっぱり許せない。私たちの成仏に許す、許さないというそれぞれの意志は関係ないんです。懺悔とは犯人と被害者との間に存在して、それ単体で私たち被害者の霊を動かすものです。私たちが天神小学校を異空間に閉じ込めている霊場の断片だから、私たちを動かすという方法は正しいと思います。だけど足りていないんです、犯人の懺悔が。あいつの文化人形が喋った言葉では足りないってこと？あれは
Probably not.
で、なんだよ。なんだって無関係の人間を何人も何人も閉じ込めてるんだ。俺たちをあそこに呼び寄せたのはお前ら子供の幽霊たちだろ。
それは違います。
だと？
私たちは異空間をつなぎ止める歯車に過ぎなくて。
お前鈴本を殺したじゃねえかよ。待って。なあ、
もう少し聞こう。お姉さんたちだけでも無事に遅れてよかったです。
なんで急に俺たちを気遣うような言い方すんだよ。
私のお姉ちゃんに聞いたことがある。強い未練を残したまま暴力的に命を搾取された霊魂は、普通の人でいうところの錯乱状態に近い状態でとどまってしまうって。いろんな感情や思いがごちゃ混ぜになってしまっているから、本来の優しい心と聖者への妬みや敵意の気持ちとをコントロールできずに感情がくるくる変わるって。
お前の姉さんって霊能師？
うん、ちょっと違うけど。
So what you're saying is this little girl and the creepy little girl we met before are two sides of the same coin?
だったらお願い、他の生きてるみんなも。持田くんや先生たちも連れてきてあげて。ねえ、できるんでしょ？もうそれは無理だと思います。どうして？あの空間はたくさんの無関係な命を食べ過ぎました。あそこで死んだ人たちの恨みの念がもう満員だから。行き場をなくした悲しい思いたちの影響で、わずかに残った理性を失い始めています。私だって もうすぐまた生きてる人をただ無差別に襲うだけの怨霊になってしまいます。あなたも味方してくれなくなるのね。だったらなおさら急がなきゃ。何か持田君たちを助ける方法はないの？一つだけあります。
どうするんだよ。
お兄さんも知っている方法です。あの場所へ戻って私たち天神小学校の児童4名誘拐殺害事件被害者のみんなを成仏させてくれれば歯車を失った異空間は多分消えてなくなります。
Right, that fourth one that we'd seen.
もしかしたら
あそこへ戻るのかよ。それにせっかく残りあと一人だと思ってたのに、済んだつもりのお前ら3人も成仏してなかったしよ。
どうしてさっきうちごもったの？成仏できなかった理由。それは思い出したくないんです。でもどうしても知りたいのなら教えます。あの時のことは。
Yuki's spirit gently took hold of Ayumi's hand, and in an instant, their two beings seemed to merge together into a single mind. Oh, jeez. What? What? Vulcan mind meld?
どうなったの？私気絶したはずなのに意識がある。真っ暗だし体が動かない。なんか疲れた時になる金縛りみたい。
Oh.
ここは体が動かない。
犯行現場で唯一生き残った赤いワンピースの女児、篠崎幸子。幸子の家族は事件後、怯えるように他県へ移っていったとされている。
Strangely, however, I've been unable to locate any other records of the Shinozaki family. No matter where I look, the only information I can find about them comes from newspaper reports on the Heavenly Host murders. Granted, when an elementary school becomes the stage for a grisly incident such as this, perpetrated by none other than the principal's own son, it stands to reason that the scandal would serve as the primary focus for public interest, with all other details fading into the background. So of course, after learning that Sachiko was safe, further news of her whereabouts was largely ignored in favor of the media circus surrounding the school. But there's more to it than that. People weren't just uninterested in learning of Sachiko's history or whereabouts. There was simply no data to be had. can't move my body because of sleep paralysis, I guess. But I can clearly see the room I'm in now. There's one boy and 2 girls in here, aside from myself. I recognize them. They're the children who were killed in Heavenly Host during that incident, but they're still alive. Unfortunately, they're all bound hand and foot, and just sprawled out on the floor. So am I. That's the real reason I can't move. Oh, jeez. Hands and feet are tied. I can't remove the blindfold either. Just makes everything so much worse. I guess because I can't see, I begin to listen more intently. The helpless cries of the other children echo off the walls of the cramped room. I'm so scared it feels like my head's going to explode. Kept begging and pleading, but all I heard in response was the man walking away from me. In order. Oh, gee. Never heard screaming like this before. It's pure primal terror cutting through the air like a perfect sine wave. It's the boy at the end. Feels like he's been screaming for an eternity. I think he's being killed right now. My God, what the hell is he doing to him? No one deserves this. Why isn't God allowing him to fall unconscious so he doesn't have to suffer? It's been at least half an hour now. Some human screams of a young boy being ripped apart from the inside finally come to a halt. Without even a single moment of silence, the first of the girls in line is the next to scream for her life, and the symphony goes on. God, I can't take any more of this. I'm losing my mind. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it! Is it still going on? Come on. Die already. God, what is wrong with me? You know, I don't care. Just get it over with and leave me in peace. Finally, after hearing a sound like a heavy object being dropped, the noise stopped, and the Rumgu cried again. Which one was that? Footsteps are getting closer. All my hair's standing on end at this point. I think below my stomach feels like it's frozen. In order. God, why am I relieved by the silence? The kid next to me just died, which means it's my turn now. Oh, jeez. Take out my blindfold, which I get to see the face of my killer. The 4 missing children were found in a basement room at Heavenly Host Elementary. Unused and officially sealed since the building's construction. When authorities entered, they were greeted with an inhumanely horrific sight. Based on the evidence at hand, the murder weapon was determined to be a pair of large sewing scissors found in the hands of the accused. Investigators suspected some hesitation on the man's part. However, as the deceased victim's wounds did not indicate his full strength had been used. I mean, it sounds more like he was just toying with him. Nonetheless, he had clearly acted with extreme malicious intent. The official cause of death for the 3 murdered children has been listed as loss of blood following removal of the tongue. But the actual state of affairs was not quite so clinical, nor even pleasant, if you can believe it. Well, I don't see how it can get any less pleasant, but the following details have been extrapolated from information previously unreleased to the public, or at least previously unreported by news outlets. These details of the crime are based on the official police testimony of Sachiko Shinozaki herself. Evidently, the victims were bound, blindfolded, and spaced out on the floor, then killed one by one. One was repeatedly stabbed in the abdomen with the aforementioned pair of scissors that had many of his internal organs forcefully dug out. Oh my god. His discarded innards were found partially buried beneath the earthen floor of the basement room. Another was stabbed in the head dozens upon dozens of times, to such an extent that all flesh and bone above her jawline was essentially minced away. Right, that was the headless one the headless ghost we'd encountered. With my blindfold removed, the sight that appeared before me was more horrific than anything I possibly could have imagined. The person staring back at me, brandishing a blood-soaked pair of sewing scissors, wasn't the large man from earlier at all. It was one of the children. What? It was a little girl. Her face dyed red with the blood of her victims. What? She was staring intently at me with soulless gray eyes, and then she just started giggling. Is that Sachiko? And even he's cowering in the corner over there. So opening and closing the bloodied scissors over and over again, the sound kept echoing through the room. Then she took those dull, rusty, thoroughly blood-soaked blades and slowly brought them closer and closer to my left eye. Oh, jeez.
そんな、なんで、どうして、あなたが。
Oh, jeez. The third victim was stabbed in the left eye an indeterminate number of times, till her eyeball became soup-like in consistency. She was eventually just left like that, slowly bleeding to death in horrible agony. Strangely, it was only after these mutilations had already been inflicted that the killer went back and severed the victims' tongues. Learning the truth about these proceedings is shocking even to me. It makes it nearly impossible to accept the murderer as anything but a monster. And bearing witness to every moment of this was a 7-year-old girl named Sachiko. In many ways, she's the most pitiable and long-suffering of them all. But it was through her tearful, frightened testimony that Yoshikazu Yanahigori was officially charged. Now, going back to the hunt for information on this unfortunate girl's whereabouts, it was her words that ultimately led to Yoshikazu's sentencing. Therefore, it comes as no real surprise that sensitive information pertaining to her and her family would be withheld. That's to be expected. What's not expected, however, is that there's not even the slightest trace of this information left to find. It's as if it simply never existed. Therefore, I cannot help but consider alternate possible explanations, and I remind you, this is mere conjecture. But one question keeps nagging at the back of my... Aw, shit, I accidentally... clicked past that. Is it possible this crime was not actually perpetrated by him at all? Think about it. In his final days, Yoshikazu was incapable of communicating with others through speech. Well, the button on my controller I just clicked one too many times. And despite his childlike reversion, he'd always been a personable and friendly man. As the saying goes, he wouldn't have hurt a fly. All his relatives, friends, and neighbors confirmed as much, shocked to hear that such a kindly man could commit these unconscionable atrocities. He certainly had no motive for the crime either. There was nothing for him to gain from it. Then again, he may simply have lost his mind. Look at his father. It was around the same time that Principal Takamine Yanagihori suddenly began speaking in tongues and acting in a most peculiar way. Not to mention scribbling incomprehensible gibberish all over his walls, as if possessed. He seemed frightened of someone, and would often be found crouching in the corner of his office, moaning and thrashing when visitors came by. If he could wind up in such a beleaguered state with no warning, then perhaps so too could his son. I believe that we're looking at a curse far more powerful than anything man could devise. From the time it opened its doors till the day it closed them forever. Heavenly Host Elementary School's sealed basement room has existed as some form of cursed ground. And to find the underlying cause, we must go back beyond the infamous kidnapping and murder incident. Back a whole 20 years. Oh, there's more that happened before then. I believe I may have found a clue that could shed some light on the situation. It may be a bit far-fetched as leads go, but it is a lead nonetheless. Regrettably, since Heavenly Host was not only closed down but demolished altogether, and another school built in its place, it's no longer possible to investigate the basement room directly. But my protege has found what may be the next best thing. Your protege? Something that could make the impossible possible once more. Preparations are being made to pursue this lead even now.
詳しくは次回の連載にてお伝えしたいので楽しみにお待ちいただきたい。
Okay, plug the next chapter, huh? Oh man, that was something. But this sounds like Scooby-Doo music to you? No, it's not. But all right. That is fully the end of chapter 4 then. Yep. That's all of them. Yeah, I've been... I know how to pick 'em, don't I, Scarlet? But, next time, before I start Chapter 5, look at each of those stars as one of the different endings, so yeah, it's got by far the most... It's got, what, 10 endings to find? And then there's that... Before I do that, though, I want to, I'm gonna do the, extra chapters. Hopefully they don't take as long, since only one ending each, so those should be pretty quick and straightforward. Which, again, I'm gonna do that before I start Chapter 5, but anyways, sorry, Scarlet, I know you haven't been here for very long, but I'm probably gonna call it a stream here. And, I'll start on that next time. I thought that... Oh, he did start. It didn't even show up. But, let me see here. But yeah, Flame Chocobo is doing Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. I didn't get the update, stupidly enough, but anyways, I'm gonna go host that right after this. So, thank you all for watching. Have a good night. I'll see you guys next time.